It's time. Merry Raptmas, everyone. The day has finally come. The best day of the year, as everyone knows. This is kind of a stupid video to make. I don't think anyone's gonna watch this, but I love music so much. I live for music. I would die without music, genuinely. A lot of the times when Spotify Wrapped would come out before, I would be with other people and I would be kind of, taking in all the hype, whatever. But unfortunately today I am all alone. Even my college roommate has left me. I decided, why not make this video? Plus, so much good music came out this year. There was so much good music in my rotation this year, even if it wasn't 2024 releases. There's just so much to talk about, And I just love Spotify Wrapped. I don't even know what else to say. We will be going through the Wrapped, and then we will also be going through my top 100 playlist, which is honestly my personal favorite part, even though I do love all the personalized things that they put into the main presentation. I don't think anyone's gonna watch that part, but I don't care. We're gonna make the video, we're gonna do it. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what the presentation's gonna look like this year. I always look forward to seeing what the aesthetic is gonna be like, or whatever the special thing is that they bring in, they did the music day, morning, afternoon, evening thing in 2022. Looking forward to seeing what my top songs and artists are, obviously. I will go ahead and say I think Porter Robinson is going to be my top artist of the year. There was a new album this year. It's album of the year. Listen to it right now if you have not. I think JPEG Mafia is probably going to be number 2. Now, unfortunately, I do have a little bit of a problem with the setup of this video. You can only view Spotify Wrapped on your phone, and I'm using my phone to record this right now. If I want this to work out the way I want it to work out, where I can show you the Wrapped and react to it at the same time, unfortunately, I have to switch to my computer to record my face. There's going to be a considerable drop in quality. And we're back on my computer. The quality sucks. The microphone really sucks. The microphone's terrible. All right, here we go. The moment is here. Your 2024 Wrapped is here. Find out what ruled your listening this year. I'd love to find out. By the way, I also love how they play the music that you listen to throughout the presentation. It's all so well done. It's beautiful. Okay, starting off with a classic Only If by Steve Lacy. I'm liking the aesthetic so far. You listened to 42,000 minutes this year, top 7%. Your biggest listening day was February 4th. Really? Oh yeah, I was on a long bus ride that day. Alright, Cheerleader. Now I think this is my number 1 song. Oh, that's what they're telling me right now. Yeah, okay. One song again and again. Oh, okay. I got so confused. This is the single cover for Russian Roulette. On the Russian Roulette single, they do have Cheerleader later on, but I got so confused because when I saw the single, I'm are we talking about Russian Roulette? Which I do think that's my number 2 song. Anyway, top song, Cheerleader, Porter Robinson. I saw that coming from a mile away. That song is fantastic. Might be song of the year. I mean, Russian Roulette is pretty much tied. Both of those songs are incredible. Listen to them right now. I've known who Porter Robinson is for 8 years now, but when the song came out, I just saw everyone hyping it up. So I listened to it, I'm oh yeah, that's really cool, really catchy, all of that. And then I just remember I was man, let me listen to that song again. Let me listen to it again. Let me listen to it again. Again and again and again and again. And before I knew it, it was my favorite song of the year. And then I really got into him as an artist, fully, all summer. And then the album came out, so I was listening to it still a bunch. And then I went to his concert in September. It was just an incredible year for Porter. So shout out to Porter Robinson for getting my number 1 song of the year this year. All right, let's move on. Let's see. All right, we got some Next Semester in here. Wait, does that mean Next Semester is in my top 5? Which I guess I could have seen coming because Next Semester, also fantastic song. By the way, I am a 21 Pilots fan. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I should be. I've been a fan for them for 9 years now. And so they have a special place in my heart. And the album this year was actually really good. Well, it's not a competition. There is a leaderboard. Okay, so I guess we're going to see the top 5 now. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. So Cheerleader, of course, was number 1. And then Next Semester, which I thought might crack the top 5, that ended up being number 2. I guess that does make sense. I wasn't sure how much I listened to it throughout the entire year, but when it came out, I was listening to it every day, sometimes twice a day. And then we do have Russian Roulette at 3. I thought it would be 2. That song is incredible. I remember exactly where I was when it dropped. It wasn't even my favorite song that had dropped from Porter that year thus far. Like at number 4, we have Knock Yourself Out XD, which was the second single to the album, which I also listened to a bunch. Obviously, it's my number 4. Russian Roulette was the third single. It came out in June. I remember like really liking it, but like there were some things that I thought were maybe a little off about it. Not bad necessarily, but I was like, yeah, I think I just prefer the other 2 singles. Like this is still a great song, but I just prefer the other 2 singles. And now I would probably say it's my favorite song of the year. Like it just grew on me so much. And like if you give it a listen, you'll understand what I'm talking about, just in terms of how impactful it is thematically. And then No Place Like Home, Vacations, which honestly, when I was thinking about what could be in my top 5, this did cross my mind because when this song came out, so this song came out in January, so beginning of the year. They're such an easily streamable band. Like if you're down, just vibe out to some Vacations. If you're feeling good, vibe out to some Vacations. Like it's so easy just to vibe to them. Telephones, which was, the big TikTok song. Telephones ended up being my number 1 song of 2023. They put out this album in January, called No Place Like Home. And the title track here, track 3 off the album, is really good. And like, it's just such a beautiful song. Like they make like really vibey songs, but this one's just so beautiful, like touches my heart in like a different way. It does make sense since it came out beginning of the year and I really didn't stop streaming it at any time. I don't listen to it as much anymore, but I did listen to it a whole lot because I had it in some playlists and all of that. And it's just such a great song, honestly. Go listen to it. You've changed and so has your listening. Wait, where are we going with this? Okay, February? Is this like their special thing? February was your vampire strut rap phase. Does someone want to explain this to me? What does that mean? What? See, you guys, this is why I say that genre isn't real, because when we start getting too into the nitty gritty, we get bullshit like this. All right, we're going forward now. We're going to March. I'm liking the visuals, by the way. Bougie clean rap hip hop season. That is so true. In March, I got like really into rap again. Like I've always been into rap, but like I got like really into rap and I was listening to like Illmatic. I was getting really into Twisted Fantasy again. Yeah, it was a great time for rap. So that's cool. Also, Schoolboy Q dropped the album the first day of that month. And that is one of the best albums of the year. Definitely one of the best rap albums of the year. Incredible. If you like rap, listen to it. Blue Lips, Schoolboy Q. Smooth crossover yacht rock moment. Nice, nice. So they're playing, yeah, okay, this is cool. So right now they're playing Does Anybody Really Know What Time It Is by Chicago, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. We're also shouting out Stephen Bishop. His track On and On is another one of my favorite songs of all time. Todd Rundgren. Yeah, just very like vibey 70s artists. That's like a big niche I have in music. I feel like I really like rap, maybe more like indie kind of pop stuff from like recent years, and then just like great vibey 70s music. Those are like my 3 biggest niches in music. So I guess I listened to a lot of that in April. I listened to 913 artists. That's kind of crazy. Like when you really think about it, like obviously you come across all this different music and like some of it is stuff you don't even know, but you listen to it. Just like seeing that number, it's like, wow, I listened to 900 different artists this year. One had a special place in your heart and ears. Who is it? Porter Robinson, my artist of the year. Longest listening streak was 7 days. 7? Only 7? I literally, you can't see it right now, but this picture that they have right here on the screen is literally on my wall right here. No, I do not worship this man, I promise, but I did become a really big fan this year. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting into it. So now they're playing Sin Miedo by JPEG Mafia. I really do think he's going to be number 2. I think that's what they're saying with this. Wow. Okay. I like this. Okay. The one thing I wasn't sure about here was if 21 Pilots would be in the top 5 or not. But like, of course they are, because when they announced the new album, I like went back and started listening to all their stuff again. And then of course, when the album came out, I was listening to it a bunch just that entire summer. And then I also went to their concert in September, 5 days after the Porter concert. It was a great time. And then we do have Brockhampton at number 4. Now, Brockhampton was my number 1 last year, and I wasn't sure exactly how much I listened to them this year, but I guess I always have some of their stuff in rotation. And then we do have Tyler at number 5, which is nice. I thought maybe he would be a little higher, but I guess it makes sense that he's not, since, you know, I spend a lot of time listening to these other artists, and like the Tyler season only really came around recently with Chromacopia and all of that, which obviously got me listening to all of his other stuff again. So that was cool. Looks like we have company. Oh wait, what's going on?
Hey, sup. Hey, it's Porter. I just want to say to my Spotify listeners, thank you so much for listening to my music, especially my top listeners. I think if you're getting this video, that means you're a top listener. So
let's go.
Especially, this was the year of Smile, and so
it was.
I've been reflecting a ton on my fans, and I guess just thank you for listening to Old P Rob. Once again,
you're welcome. Let's go, Porter. Oh shit, this is my song. Now wait a minute. Usually they show your top genre on the little slide here, but this year they're not. Actually, there was no information about genre this year. Like they did like the little like month highlights or whatever. I mean, that's kind of like the least important thing that they would show here. Like top artist, top songs, minutes. That's like really what I care about. Genre, whatever. Genre isn't real. So the special thing that they did this year where they like went through the months or whatever, in comparison to other years, kind of mid. I mean, not like it's ever great, like, but this one is just like, I've seen stuff like this before. Like I kind of wish it was a bit more interesting. Either way, Wrapped is Wrapped. Okay, well that's it for the main presentation, which means I can get off of this shitty computer now, and I'd much rather record with my phone. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, wait, I'm back. I'm still on the computer right now. I'm now looking and I'm seeing that we have some other things on the Wrapped here. I am going to spend some time listening to the Wrapped DJ later. Audiobooks, I don't know. What? But I do want to click on this artist clips. Obviously, we just saw the Porter one, which was very exciting. I want to click on that one and see who else I got. So yeah.
Josh, what was your favorite part?
Oh.
Shooting like 13 music videos, most of them in the snow or on ice. The greatest part was releasing them and playing them live. It's our favorite thing to do. I think creating and then presenting the creation, I think that's the most fun.
There's really not anything like the feeling of releasing music, especially when you know that there's going to be people who hear it. Thank you for supporting this band. Thanks for making our dreams come true. It's been an awesome year for us.
You're the best.
Hell
Josh,
yeah.
Hey, it's Joey.
All right, we got vacations.
Thank you so much for being a top fan for 2024
Top
on
fan.
Spotify. For your Spotify Wrapped, we've had a great year and we're so happy for all the support. So thank you so much. You'll see us again in 2025. We're in the studio at the moment and we're working on new material. So
let's go.
Soon. Bye.
More vacation soon, guys. Oh shit, Rex Orange.
I just wanted to say a huge thank you to all of you for taking the time to listen to my music this year. I'm very, very grateful. I appreciate you. And I'm going to see you next year.
Okay, pretty short. But shout out Rex Orange. The new album was actually very good. Not everyone was liking it, but I liked it. Okay, we're back. I'm recording on the phone again. We're going to go to 100 and work our way up. That's just how I do things. I'm just going to put my arm over the screen real quick. Okay, Divinity by Porter Robinson coming in at the end. So this one is interesting because this is off of his first album, and I was really into his second and third album, his third being his most recent from this year. Once the semester started, I started to get into his first album, and I was listening to that a bunch leading up to the concert. Okay, 99, we have One More Hour, Tame Impala. I was super into this song this year, especially earlier this year. We have New Schoolboy Q, track 12 off of Blue Lips. I feel like no one likes it, but I love it. Like, the beat is just like... We have 360, Charlie XCX. We all know it was a Brad Summer. Definitely one of my favorites. So yeah. Okay, New Black History, JPEG Mafia, and Vince Staples. I don't really come back to the album like a whole lot now, but when it came out, I was listening to it over and over and over because I love JPEG Mafia. You Can Close Your Eyes, James Taylor. One of the most beautiful songs ever. I got really into it this year. Just, you know, had a lot of like chill moments where I was just vibing out to this song. Okay, so this is a funny story. So this is track 11 off of my album called Kid. Came out last year. Go listen to it. I was actually working on like a remaster for this album, and the one track I really wanted to lock in on was this one. And so while I was working on that, I was like constantly going back to the Spotify version, like the one that uploaded, to see like, oh, am I making this sound better or whatever. So yeah, I kind of ended up just listening to this like again and again and again. Shout out to me. Something Comforting, Porter Robinson, off of Nurture. Beautiful song. I mean, I could go on, but Let's not even. 92, Paladin Straight. Oh my gosh, wait. I'm curious to see how many Clancy songs are going to be up here. If Paladin Straight crack the top 100, how many are we going to get? 91, Are You Looking Up, McGee? I became obsessed with McGee just really recently. Everyone should check out McGee because he is awesome. Off Season, Vacations, off of the new album. Easier, Quedeca. This is a song that came out last November. Scrapyard came out in February, so I was definitely still listening to this song a lot, along with a lot of other cuts off of that album. Burn. This album, it's not that good. Okay. It's not bad though. Like Vultures 2 was bad. Vultures 2 was a bad album. Vultures 1 was just kind of disappointing. But Burn is a very nice song, and I wouldn't say it hits the same anymore. Like I haven't really like returned to it in a long time, but when it came out, I was listening to it over and over and over, I have to admit. I scream this in the mirror before I interact with anyone. The opening track off of I Lay Down My Life For You by JPEG Mafia. It's like a metal song, but then it turns into like this crazy, like it goes into this crazy beat. It's insane. Love it. Okay, Strangers by Jack McGuire. So let me tell you guys a little thing about Jack McGuire. He put out this album this year called Love Letter, and this is track 5 off of the album. It's this really like personal story about like Jack when he was 16 and, you know, like figuring out like his place in life and like trying to get more into music, but then like finding these people that just ended up being like the best people ever, and it was just like this big turning point and everything like that. And he tells this story with like really interesting raps and just a lot of charisma. You should check out this guy. He's doing things. Get Your Wish, Porter Robinson. Okay, this Above Something Comforting is interesting. It's still a great track, obviously. I do like Something Comforting a little more, but yeah, great song. Slug, Matt Champion. Okay, Matt Champion from Brockhampton released an album this year, and it's actually really good. And if you liked Brockhampton, you should check out the Matt Champion album. Slug is fantastic. It was the second single, and yeah, it's just a good time. Either On or Off the Drugs. Now, everyone was glazing this song, being like, oh my gosh, this is one of the best songs JPEG Mafia has ever made. And yes, it is beautiful, the sample flip, great. But I think it's a little overrated. I listened to it obviously a bunch when it came out. I was like, oh yeah, this song is so good. But then it kind of grew off of me a little bit. Don't really go back to it as much now. I think it just got a little overhyped. I still think this song is great. I Saw the Light, Todd Rundgren. If you like vibey 70s stuff, check it out. Do Re Mi. Okay. So this is like kind of an interlude on Nurture, Porter Robinson. Oh, this song is just so fun though. Like it sounds like childlike wonder. Like that's what I love about this album, that he just taps into these beautiful sounds and emotions. Midwest. So this was actually a single in 2023, but of course I continued to listen to it a whole bunch with the album drop in January. Good shit. Earthquake, Tyler the Creator. That's actually pretty surprising. I didn't realize I listened to Earthquake that much. But it's a classic. I mean, you know it, you love it. Or maybe you don't. Shout out Igor, one of my favorite albums of all time. Any Way You Want Me, Brockhampton. That's interesting. Just hits me right here. Beautiful stuff. Oh, okay. This is great. Oh, this is so great. Upgrade by Joji. Okay. There are 2 songs that have been in my Wrapped every year since I got Spotify, which was actually 2021. Teenage Dirtbag by Vids and Upgrade by Joji. Going into this year, I was like, okay, I do think Teenage Dirtbag is going to be up here, and if it's not, that'll be kind of disappointing. I was worried we would lose Upgrade this year, but we did not. Third Coast, Tizo, Touchdown. Okay, so this came out at the very beginning of the year. I just love Tizo's energy and his charisma. It's just awesome. Paradise, Lil Uzi Vert. This is off of his first mixtape. I just really got into the vibe of the song this year. Shout out Uzi. The new album was trash though. Fragments of Time, Daft Punk, an absolute classic. Random Access Memories is one of my favorite albums ever. And this one is absolutely beautiful. Helmet, Steve Lacy. I mean, what is there to say? Gemini writes, if you were there, you know. Forever, Jack McGuire and Lorita. So if you don't know, there's this guy, Jack McGuire, and he put out this album this year, Love Letter. And this is track 9 on the album. He's basically like doing this song where it's like, oh, I have all these great times with my friends and I wish they could last forever. Like we do this and that. And it feels like this could like be forever, but it can't. But like, The moments can still last forever in our memories, which is such a beautiful thing. Noid, Tyler the Creator, the single off of Chromacopia. Dude, just the beginning, paranoid, paranoid. I was like, oh my gosh, he's about to drop the craziest album ever. And he kind of did. Digital Love, Daft Punk, one of my favorite songs of all time. I think anyone can like this song, really. 69, Hate CD, Steve Lacy. Man. I just love this song. Looking Out For You, Joy Again. I still listen to this song a bunch. It's such a quirky, cute little song. Shout out to this song, and shout out to the person who told me to listen to it. Take It, another one that's just a cute, vibey song. I'm such a sucker for songs like that. I'm trying to make some of my own like that right now. TikTok, oh my gosh, TikTok song. Shut up. This song is awesome. Way Too Many Friends, Quedeca. This dropped the day before the full mixtape dropped, and I already knew that mixtape was gonna be gas, but then when this dropped with the music video, I was like, he's special. I got way too many friends, I got way too many friends, I got way too many, yeah. Good stuff. Listen to Scrapyard. Bad Habit, Steve Lacy. You can't go wrong with Bad Habit, guys, okay? Again, TikTok song, oh my gosh, but like, I have to thank TikTok for giving this song the popularity so that I was aware of it and wanted to actually listen to Steve Lacy, because now he is one of my all-time favorites. And Gemini writes, he's incredible. And Bad Habit, it's still a perfect pop song. Changed my mind. Harvest Moon, Neil Young. This song at the beginning of the year was not even on Spotify. It got taken off. Neil Young removed all of his music from Spotify because they support Joe Rogan. I went back to it on YouTube, and I was like, man, this is just such a beautiful song. I wish this was still on Spotify. And in March, it all came back. It was like Christmas morning, but Harvest Moon is one of my favorite songs, and it came back on streaming. It was a beautiful moment. Okay, the jacket is off. It's getting serious. Can't run from it, Jack McGuire. So the thing about Jack McGuire is he put out this album this year called Love Letter. And okay, From the Subway Train. This one's interesting. This was number 2 last year. This song is only a minute long, but oh, the vibes are just immaculate. They really are. Young, Vacations. One of the best vacation songs in my opinion. Their most streamed song. At the Risk of Feeling Dumb. Okay, now I'm starting to get scared. Like, I'm kind of worried we're gonna have the entire album up here. Which, honestly, if we do, great. I mean, I like the album, like what can I say? Look at the Sky, Porter Robinson, another great one from Nurture. The Moment, Tame Impala, oh man, this is an underrated cut from the album. Y'all are sleeping on The Moment. This is just such a fun, like, it just makes you want to like dance and just like, Purify, Matt Champion, probably my favorite off of the album. It's just so beautiful. There are some great cuts off of that album. Snap Back, what are we doing? We're going through, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, I feel like we're really gonna see the whole album up here, except for a few. I don't think we'll see Lavish up here. I skipped that song like most of the time. All right, here we are. The first Porter Robinson Smile song, Year of the Cup. I'm not surprised that it's my lowest. I'm saying this fully knowing that the entire album is gonna be up here, by the way. Like there's 10 songs on it, they're all gonna be up here. We already know that 3 of them are in my top 5, so. Sunday Morning, Maroon 5. I got really into this song this year for some reason. Notion, The Rare Occasions. TikTok song, again, you know, I don't care. Ventura Highway, America. One of my favorite songs. I feel like I've said that a lot, but this is actually one of my favorite songs of all time. Like, this could easily be my favorite song. Guide Dog, Quedeca, oh my gosh. It feels like it like grabs your heart and it just like, but it is also a very beautiful song. Like, it's very well written. Running Out of Time, Lil Yachty, really? Now, I was obviously really into this song last year when the album came out. I was not expecting this to be up here at all, but it did come in at 50. Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. TikTok, no, wrong this time, because I listened to the song the day it came out. I was ready. Not like I'm like a massive Billie Eilish fan or whatever, but I was looking forward to this album. It came out, I listened to it, and I was like, wow, this is a beautiful song. And then, of course, it blew up. This song just holds a special place in my heart. If you know, you know. Tin Man America. Now, this being above Ventura Highway is kind of funny, but I do love this song almost just as much. No, not quite. The Color Pink, Jack McGuire. So, there's this guy... There's this guy, Jack McGuire. Okay, drop in the bit real quick. This is one of my favorite songs I've ever made. It just has these nice chords, man. Like, it just puts you in this world. Whatever, man. I'll stop yapping about my own music. Whatever. Go listen to it. Vignette, 21 Pilots. Oh, man. I think we're going to get the whole album. Bandit Don Tolliver. One of the biggest bangers of the year. Sweet Tizo Touchdown. Man, I'm really glad that this ended up here because this was one of my favorite songs from the Tizo Touchdown album last year, and it was one of my favorite songs of the year, honestly. Hello, It's Me, Todd Rundgren. They're both fantastic songs. Just listen to them, and if you like older, like 70s stuff, you'll know what I mean. Yearn 101, the single from Blue Lips. It's just non-stop fire. Like, he just like raps crazy for like 2 minutes straight. I'm just like, okay, that was 42. We're getting up there, guys. We're getting up there. Everything to Me, Porter Robinson, dedicated to his fans. It's just so nice. Borderline, Tame Impala. It's awesome. Does anybody really know what time it is? I was mentioning this song earlier. I didn't realize I listened to it that much this year, but yeah, that's cool. Stick around, Jack McGraw. So there's this guy. Home, Vacations. It's Vacations. Like, do I even have to say anything? Face to Face, Daft Punk. Sample work on this song. Just, Only If, Steve Lacy. Probably my favorite Steve Lacy song ever. And it's just the intro off of Apollo 21. Saying like, oh, if I could like go back to my past self, I would be like, hey, you're gonna be okay. Like, I love it, man. I love it. Bust Down, another just intro track. Next Exit, Vacations, another intro track, but it's not just an intro. This was actually a single off of the album. A lot of their earlier stuff was more like laid back and everything, but this is like more of like an up-tempo one that I really enjoy. Easier to Love You, Porter Robinson. Beautiful, a tearjerker, honestly. Sunshine, Steve Lacy, If You Know, You Know. Blue Slide, Schoolboy Q, one of my favorite rap songs of the year. His rapping just feels like so personal and like from the heart. It's amazing. Routines in the Night, 21 Pilots. As soon as I heard the song, I was like, oh, this was made for radio. I still really like it, honestly. It's pretty catchy. Musician, Porter Robinson, my favorite Porter Robinson song of all time. That's all I'll say. Telephones, Vacations. It's nice to see it up this high. Like I said, this was #1 last year. Ode to the Mets, The Strokes. Beautiful song. Amazing song. Great songwriting. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Oldies Station, one of my favorites off of Clancy. Need to, Pinegrove. TikTok. Oh my gosh. Shut up. I love this song. I love Pinegrove. They make great stuff. This song deserves all of its popularity. Familiarity, Tizo Touchdown. My favorite off of the album. Is There Really No Happiness? This is a great one. Great chorus. By Gingy, Sunset Roller Coaster. Now, I thought this might be in my top 5. I got put onto this song sometime last year, and it's genuinely like one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard. The Adults Are Talking, The Strokes. Love this album. This is the opening track. Midwest Indigo, 21 Pilots. One of my favorites from Clancy. It's just so fun. Sin Miedo, JPEG Mafia. This is another one that I thought might be in my top 5. Away, Vacations. This has honestly become my favorite off of this EP. I just love the little, like the little guitar lick. Kitsune Son Freestyle. This is actually the 4th single off of the album. It came out like a week before the album. It's such a goofy song, and like what he's talking about in it is so real though. Thank God for Me, Schoolboy Q. Probably my favorite off of the album. The beat switch, man. First time I heard the beat switch, it was crazy. Navigating, 21 Pilots, one of my favorites off of Clancy. Fam Jam 4000. Love this song. Love it, love it, love it. Perfect Pinterest Garden. This one makes sense this high. Where did this end up? Number 12. There's not a lot happening in it, but it's so catchy. Like, it's so unbelievable. Like, it sounds like a 2010s, like, it sounds like a One Direction song. Aren't You Excited, Matt Champion, coming in at number 11. Wow. Backslide, 21 Pilots. Honestly, one of my favorites. This was a single. Everything in this song just works. I don't know. That's just all I have to say. Untitled 08. Can't have a top 100 without Untitled 08. I guess the only one I would have had without it is 2021, because I first heard this song in 2022, actually. Mona Lisa. This was one of my favorites when the full album came out. It's just so fun. This whole album is just so fun. Texas Blue, Quedeca. The closing track off of Scrapyard has Kevin Abstract from Brockhampton as well. It feels like the credits of the mixtape. And then number 6. Overcompensate. Wow. I mean, that does make sense. That would be the only one we haven't covered so far. It was the first single for Clancy. I got so excited when it came out. Listened to it a bunch. Listened to it a lot with my mom. Yeah, shout out to Clancy. It really, it really made a big mark on my Wrapped this year. So that's crazy. This is a great experience. I love Wrapped so much. I still don't think anyone's gonna watch this, but I don't care. I wanted to do it, and I wanted to actually like talk out loud about this stuff. Thanks for watching. If you did actually watch to the end, I don't know why you would, but thank you. Go listen to Love Letter. It's out now. Okay, bye.